Good afternoon, everyone. I am Neng Wangxue. Sorry, I will I will report my object, the affected information site layout, position, percent, advertisement of the purchase behaviors, moderating operator brand was precedence. The author 能完是 database 找的用效光空状。About the words that I am one shared assignments, a marketing group data program of the College Management National Collegiate University Science and Technology Taiwan. Summary, I will report the object integration, research methodology, conclusion, suggestion. Abstract. I want a background. This research the 3C electronics operates the entire channel Taiwan's as a research object and study planned at the Management Department DM during the for sales promotion provided in 2013, and the location sales volumes is contained 1996. Product information and the 133 3C technological approach brand to meet the data analysis. 3. The results. 1. Some information variable has perceived net and negative affect purchasing behavior. 2. Overall, the interference effects are only influence the low medium brand awards the low price range. 4. Conclusion. Data research will forward the serial code and the particle sign brands and put forward future research the recommendation. Introduction. In the past country with the Department of the Industry, many the advancing media have been developed. Some software let the FINA will affect the space the traditional advanced media, including the better advancing DM discussed in this study. Edison in 1999 pointed out that the future the sales the trend should be integrated and developed so that the user habit can be cut. The internet will not easy to replace the traditional medias. Even if the internet is the matrix and the augmenting DM is not completely replaced, it still retains a certain amount of storage space and issues, and its import is consumer culture. Therefore, this research text is a research topic. Richard 21 discussed the influence the information cycle and the threat advertisement DM on the purchase behavior of consumers. 2. Explore whether those brand awareness the products is great advertisements at DM will interfere the purchase behavior information cycle and the consumers. 3. Explore whether the raw price range of the goods and underpaid advertisements DM will interfere with the purchase behavior the information cyber consumer. 4. Discuss whether the situation position brand awareness and price range product failed advertisement DMs will interfere with the purchase behavior of the information cyber on the customer. The research review. 1. This study used the following models has 5 stages. Program identify, information collection, program evaluation, purchase discussion, and the purchase behavior. Louis et al. 2001, James et al. 1994, Howard and the situation 1979. 2. Information portion the post advertising the consumer's values named expert occurs, and when the virtual neighbor transmit possession to the brand post is product attention. The definition of the possession is the interpretation memory when the customer's discretion of a short-term use the long-term retention, of which is 20.01. Three customers' information source can be divided into the four catalog: personal source and commercial source, public source, and the experience source. A commercial source including the main body of the research planned at Advertisement DM Solomon 20.11. Other detailed development are where this article, so there's additional experience here. Hypothesis: the method of the classical information variable and their influence the purchase behavior. Variables common is sense discount make the points spread with door numbers purchase with crazy with low rise with down low with H1A in the points advantage DM is the information variable conversion is sense of the discount perceived affect the purchase behaviors. To the variable-led concerns is the sense the trust warranty. H1B in the brand advertisement DM information variables concerned is sense trust have the perceived effect of purchase behavior. So this variable-led concerns is sense a data value gives H1C. Print advertising DM information variable is concerned the value and can perceive impact on buying behavior. Layout precision of the print and the ADDM H2 in the print advertisement DMs, the layout precision of the information variable has the perceived effect on the purchase behavior. The impact of the brand awareness buying behavior. H3A brand awareness is increased the influence of the DM information variables in brand ads on buying behavior with the enhanced H1-3B. A brand awareness discloses its influence of the DM information variable in brand AD and buying behavior where we can. The perceived negative impact brand awareness on the product. H4A with the increased brand awareness influence the layout position of the information variable on the purchase behavior where in hand. H4B with the disclosure of the brand awareness and the influence of the position of the information variable purchase behavior where we can. Hypothesis: distribute variable price the range H5A as the price the range is higher the information of the DM information variable in brand added buying behavior weekend. H5B as the price range is lower the information DM information variable brands added on the buying behavior with in hand. H6A as the level of the price range is higher, the influence of the layout position of the information variable on the purchase behavior weekend. H6B as the levels of the price range is lower, and the influence of the layout position of the information variables on the purchase behavior change. H6A As the level of the price range is higher, the influence of the layout position of the information cycle on the purchase behavior will be weakened. HCB as the level of the price range, the loss is information cycles on the purchase will be strange. Hypothesis models the independent variance and the modulating dependent variance. Research methodology. The overall research purpose of the first research program motivated purpose the outer brand discount data. Developer research framework was hypothesis and the final discount analysis. Since the only tool that said for the data independent variables in the study, the test used the variable weights and the position independent variables affect the independent variables. The sample data of the interference variables in this study are all larger than the two groups, so ANOVAs will use the test in preference affect the interference variable brand awareness and the brand range and the independent dependent variables. In research methodology, one information cycle printed the advertisement DM the measure the mass research the research present the information cycle the advertisement DM of the information cycle that concerns the sense the discount responsibility in the form the compass of the cycleness the price among the name, the price, the competition, the mass is the discountable into the market, price, special space, and the meeting. There are four items crazy price and the door number, the purchase price, and the market desirableness to the price in the discountable is two items. Though right stretch and down or low, the information cycles that concern the sense trust the 2 words in image and the 2 years warranty. The information cycle are concerned of the value gift and the itself gift. Research methodology to the strategy the position of the branded on the ADDM measure the method is the research that developed in 1994 and discuss the value of the page position, the deep sharp area spacing, and the visual the most heavy the hand when the reading, the waiting, the type of planning. The research develops and product grade the research data plan the advancing DM into the night blocks and the name divide the position of the products create reshape the areas and the positions scored according to the vision order. The reshape areas from the 7 EIS catching area. Location is the non-objective areas. Therefore, studying the air catching area as 1, the non-air catching as 0. 3. Purchase behavior. Measure the study the purchase the earlier. Correction the share the variant for the person at the DM in the year. Use the variant to manage buying the behaviors. Brand awareness made this study. Some branded the product. 1996 research data layers the 133 brand and see why the color word 35 and 38 age select according their subject gem in height and measurement novel. By the range mentioned this study age the 90 main research and the price. The low higher in the range of the 17 New Taiwan dollar and $19 suggested the SPS creditors statistical method were the 5 tables. Conclusion. And in the current cyber pollution information cyber, the DM purchase the behavior after interpret the sample test, t-test, the exercise, and the variable sense discount of the price crazy and the project price interference variable brand awareness through the analyze for the found the information cyber concern the sense of the discount marketing price special windows number purchase crazy price information cyber did good gifts not attacked by the interference of the brand awareness. The interference variable price range after exercise variable from the price range has the interfered with on the information cyber concern send discount mass market price cyber price and the house number price. Conclusions only one perceived H3B and H1B as H5B. Suggestion when the calculation resembles the advertisement DM and is concerned years sales volume, purchase the behavior of the consumer behavior finals first consumers first one because the sample calculation of the purchase behavior variable campaign sales data is impossible knows the population of the consumers attracted rating brand advantage DM in this sales volume data. Second, the label collection sample brand awareness is classified by general office worker based on their own position and the name collection. Third, the visualization of the interference affected bias and phenomena test. Therefore, the result of this research may define a travel phenomena. In the sum of the above, this research suggests that in future we can screen the sample data, purchase behavior, use compassion and agility related brand intervention DM as the sample data, so that I will be more stable as travel phenomena. Thank you for your listening. Hope everyone enjoyed the good health. If you have any question, I will email. You can email for me. I will respond as soon as possible.